Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to my presentation. My name is Isao Okazaki from Fusion Communications Corporation. Today, I would like to talk about fusion forensics, a critical information handling method on public cloud. This is today's agenda. First one is about our company. In this part, I would like to talk about our company and our services. Our company, Fusion Communications Corporation, in short, Fusion, was established in 2000 as a telecommunications carrier. Now, Fusion is a subsidiary company of Rakuten and Marubeni. Next, I would like to talk about our service lineups. Fusion has provided phone service since 2001. Next, we have broadened B2B technology service like call center solution and asterisk solutions. Next, we have enhanced service category to ISP and mobile. And now, cloud service is the newest category of Fusion. There are our service lineups. Now, let's focus on this cloud service. We firstly started public cloud service, Fusion Cloud IaaS, in 2012. One of the features is carrier-grade service quality of Fusion. Next, we have launched new cloud services such as Pass4 RMS. RMS is Rakuten Merchant System. It's a very important system for Rakuten, and SaaS for file sharing such as Fusion Secure Drive App and Fusion Secure Drive, and SaaS for log audit. This is presentation's name, Fusion Forensics. This is first agenda. To sum up, I have talked about our company overview and our services. Especially, we are one of the Rakuten Group company, and we launched unique cloud services like Fusion Forensics. Second item is digital forensics. In this part, I would like to talk about digital forensics and to show you how to handle critical information on systems using digital forensics. Let's move on to the definition of forensics. Forensic science is generally defined as the application of science to the law. For example, regarding criminal investigation, 犯罪捜査, criminal investigation, it is considered as follows. First, collecting marks such as smell or fingerprint of suspicious person and make data. And next, examine the data and make information, and analyze the information and make evidence and report the evidence. These are the process of criminal investigation. So, forensic science can find or deduce who did the crime. That's why they contribute to deter crimes. The process of digital forensics is the same as in a criminal investigation. Generally, digital forensics is considered the application of the following process. First, collect media and make data and examine the data and make information and analyze the information and make evidence and report the evidence. These are the process of digital forensics. They are defined in NIST. So digital forensics can find or deduce who operates the information. That's why they contribute to suppress security incidents, including information leakage. Then let's think about what happens if we don't have system for digital forensics and if security incident occurs. In these cases, a lot of problems occur in the process of digital forensics. For example, regarding collection, the problems are there any logs and where are the logs? Regarding examination, which logs should I look at and is the log correct? Regarding analysis, how to analyze the logs, and it takes for a long time. Regarding reporting, there aren't enough information to report. There are many problems if there aren't digital forensics. So if we don't have the system for digital forensics, security incident takes so much effort and time to solve the problem. Furthermore, the company would lose their customers' trust. It's very serious. Therefore, we need the system for digital forensics to suppress security incident and to handle critical information on systems.
Excuse me.
Okay?
What do you mean by suppress security incident?
Suppress security incident. Stop the security incident.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Actually, IPA, Information Technology Promotion Agency Japan, announced that regarding technical side, introducing digital forensics is effective for attacking measures from inside the company. Next, I will explain the method of digital forensics. Generally, there are three correcting methods on digital forensics. First one is jump server. Operators once log into jump server and re-log into targeted servers. In the jump server, all the operation log of the operators can captured in the jump server. Next one is log server. All the operation logs are saved in servers and operators' PCs, and log server copies the logs from these servers and operators' PC. Third one is network traffic capturing. A server connected to network capturing the traffic and saves log from the network. Finally, we adapted jump server because it can directly record all the commands and their responses of operations. This is second agenda. To sum up, I have talked about digital forensics and show you how to handle critical information on systems using digital forensics. Next one is fusion forensics. In this part, I would like to talk about fusion forensics and show you how to handle critical information on public clouds using fusion forensics. Let's start from the background of the fusion forensics. The trend from on-premises enterprise systems to public cloud has been growing sharply over the past few years due to advantages in cost effectiveness, system elasticity, BCP measures, and more. Therefore, the demand of handling critical information and handling increasing as well as on-premises enterprise systems. In this part, I will explain fusion forensics and show you how to handle critical information on public clouds using fusion forensics. Fusion developed and commercialized one of the solutions for digital forensics. For example, fusion regarding collection, fusion forensics support operation log capturing. Also, regarding examination, fusion forensics supports archiving original logs. Regarding analysis, fusion forensics supports searching logs on management console. And regarding reporting, Fusion Forensics support reporting audit evidence automatically. So Fusion Forensics provides the environment to handle critical information. And Fusion Forensics adapted jump server for corrective method because it can directly record all the commands and their responses of commands of operations. So all the operation log of operators are captured in the jump server. Next, let's move on to the system image of Fusion Forensics. Fusion Forensics support various systems such as Fusion Cloud and other public cloud services and on-premises enterprise systems. And next, Fusion Forensics support SSL and key pairs on both sides of users and servers. Here, this one is user side and another one is server side. Fusion Forensics supports SSL and key pairs for secure access to public clouds. Next, Fusion Cloud supports various client software such as Teratam, Party, and more. So operators don't need to install specific software. And finally, Fusion Forensics support management console. So administrators or auditors can manage and audit operators.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
When you say client software, these are SSH clients.
Yes.
When you say
In Japan, Teratam is very famous SSH client software.
But you don't need anything special on the client software, right? This is all done on the server.
Yes, only support SSH and key pair. You can use. Yes, public key and SSH only support. You can use your favorite, your like client software. And Fusion Forensics supports regarding correction. It supports capture protocols such as SSH, Telnet, FTP, SCP, FTP, SFTP, and RDP. And it supports many client software such as Teratam, Party, OpenSSH, WinSCP, FileZilla, and SFTP. Okay.
No syslog?
No syslog?
Syslog?
I don't know the syslog. Syslog is used Unix servers demo.
Yeah, well, it's the law.
Yes, now we don't support syslog itself,
Yeah, right.
but we can support in the future. And we can connect to public cloud on-premises systems, network equipment. And regarding examination, we support user and server maintenance pages, and we support dashboard and some log types. Regarding analysis, it supports log search, such as time interval, username, server name, and so on. Regarding reporting, we support log reporting for audit or log down and log download. Next, I will explain the use cases of Fusion Forensics. First case is from internal to internal connection, which is internal operators once log into forensics and we log into targeted on-premises system, internal on-premises systems. This is first use case. Second use case is from internal to external connection. Operators log into forensics and we log into public cloud servers. This is second use case. Third one is from external to internal connection. External vendors log into Fusion Forensics, and we log into internal on-premise systems through Fusion Forensics. This is third use case. And last one is from external to external connection. External vendors log into forensic server, and we log into external public cloud servers. These are the use cases of Fusion Forensics. This is short agenda. To sum up, I have talked about Fusion Forensics and show you how to handle critical information on public clouds using Fusion Forensics. Next item is agenda, demo. First demo is SSH with key pair. Users, internal operators once access to forensics using SSH and key pair, and we log into VMs on VM of Fusion Cloud using SSH and key pair. So let's get started the first demo. First, the operator starts the client software. And set the Fusion Forensics server's address and select SSH version. Select SSH. And push OK. And next, set the user, forensics user's username. And set the key pair, key file. This is key file of the forensic server. And OK to connect to the forensic server. This is forensic server's prompt. And you can start the menu of the server. In this demo, this user can access to two servers. One is server 01 and second one is RDP server. Now I will select number one, server 01. This server is the VM of Fusion Cloud. So Fusion Forensics directly connect to CentOS release 6.3 on Fusion Cloud. At that time, user don't need key for servers and address of the server, because Fusion Forensics has this information. I will explain these items on the maintenance management portal. And this user can use commands properly. This is less command, and this is VA command, and so on. And now log off from the server and return to forensic server, and we log out from forensic server. This is SSH demo. And next demo is in the view of administrators. Administrators access to management console and see the log of the operator's operation. This is management console. Now go into the management console. This is top page of management console. A little slowly.ちょっと遅いですね。Administrators can search the user's logs like this. First one is selecting user, and search. And you can administrators can check the user's command and respond to the command. And also can find the command name, command itself. There is and this connection includes ls command. So administrators can check the operator's operations. Next demo is for RDP. Operators once log into forensic server using RDP and re-log into the target servers using RDP. Let's get started the demo. First, start the remote desktop client in the operator's PC and set the forensic server's address. And in this screen, operator set the target server's IP address and port number and username of forensics servers. So you can connect to the Windows server on Fusion Cloud. This is operator's operation, and next, administrators can check the operator's operation of RDP. Like a movie. and can check the operations, the same operations as operators. And can select any time. The operation. And management console support user administration and servers administration and relation between user and server. Let me see my users. This is relation user and servers. This one is my user account, and this user can connect to server 01 and RDP server. And in each server, I can use these protocols. This is a relation between user and server. And also, server, in the server page, we can set the SSH keys for servers. So we can from the forensic server, we can directly to target servers without key at the user side. Only administrator can use or can use the keys for servers. Don't need the for user don't need the key for servers. That's the demo of RDP. This is agenda of the demo. To sum up, I talked about fusion forensics demo using SSH and RDP. And the last agenda. In this presentation, I will introduce fusion forensics and show you how to handle critical information on public cloud using fusion forensics. Thank you for listening. And for more information, there are our booths here. So please visit our booth. And we have a website and email. So please contact us. Again, thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okazaki. And we would like to start Q&A session. And
Great, thank you very much for that. Thank you. So do you have an idea of, for RDP, when you're doing the screen capture for RDP, how big are these files?
Okay.
Roughly?
Okay.
That's a question. Not finished question.
Okay.
Because I suspect that they're actually very large
Yes, I know.
screen capture files.
Yes.
So how long do you keep them for?
Yes, we have some compression method, and in this system, we are using H264 compression method. It's very famous in the Blu-ray or something.
Yes.
And now compression rate is 1 megabyte per minute.
Okay.
This is less than 4 times less than conventional WMI or another conventional method. Very small.
So 60 megabytes in an hour, is what you're saying?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And so for your customers, how long will they ask you to keep this? Like 3 months, 6 months?
Yes, usually 1 year.
1 year? Okay. So when you say usually,
so
then...
conversion rate is very important for us and our customers.
Okay. Also, how can you install this software on VDI systems? VDI VMs?
VDI is Rakuten's remote access?
Well, any VDI.
Yes, VDI, okay.
Or terminal servers.
I'm not sure, but I think it can, forensics can support, but we must check or test the situation.
Okay. And going back to SSH, how do you force two-factor authentication? How do you force two-factor SSH authentication?
Two-factor authentication.
Well, I want to know how they do.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, I understand you're using keys. And the first key that I saw you load up, there was no passphrase that was entered.
Yes.
But
if you use same key, operator can access to server. So we divide.
no, and that's fine. No, that's fine. But let's say from the internet, right? People are coming in from the internet from anywhere. You don't know where they are. They're coming into this jump box server. How do you force not just username, password, but maybe token, hard token, or SSH, public private keys? Do you have that functionality?
Yes, but we supported Telnet.
No, but yeah, not necessarily, because some of the
SSH and password.
yeah, like for example, if you want to say, okay, I will only allow you to log into the server if you have public-private key, and then I'm going to force you to do another authentication using maybe a username, password, or some token like a UV key or RSA token. So that's really two-factor authentication, right? So do you support that?
Now we don't support three.
Okay, well, it's actually just two-factor authentication.
No.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
For example, Telnet is user and password.
Yeah.
And SSH is using SSH but only password, and SSH and public key.
Okay, but the SSH server that you're using is OpenSSH server, right?
Yeah.
And as of the latest, actually not just this version, but the one previous, they do support two-factor authentication. So that should be, how quickly are you actually using the latest release of OpenSSH?
So now we don't support three authentication, but if customers need, we can. Yes.
Okay, no, then it actually brings up an even more important note. So if you're using old versions of OpenSSH server, then you're missing out on a lot of security and stability patches.
Yeah.
Forget about functionality. So how quickly do you actually move from one OpenSSH release to the next for your forensics,
Yes.
Fusion forensics system?
We must change the OpenSSH itself, so we have some lead time, and the lead time is very 3 months or 6 months. I think we need.
Okay.
So how is your forensic server, so-called, is forensically significant? So if you show it in the court, Saigon, then will they recognize it as an official server, or maybe they will say, well, somebody hacked into your Fusion forensic server and poured it. Yeah.
Yes. But partly we are. In part, we are using open source using OpenSSH, so you can see our code.
No, it's the data that's collected.
No, I mean, I'm speaking about law. Like, Japanese law, would they recognize what you provide them, recording of RDP or SSH logs, as forensically significant? Do you have any cases? Because if we were a judge, say Banka, then if I saw this, I would say, well, maybe you just recorded it yourself.
Yes, most important point in the aspect of the law is original law. So today's demo, I only see the character base, but we can download original law in another screen.
Yeah, this is why I asked about syslog, which you don't support.
Yeah.
So basically, if I log in through your SSH server, through your jump server to SSH box, and then run, I don't know, wget some script file from external server, then chmod +x to this file, then launch this file, you won't see anything on the screen. It will just, something was downloaded and was launched, but you don't know what.
No, we support download page of the frame.
Sorry, can we try this?
In Cobalt?
No, I mean, can we try it? Try it. Try it, Cobalt.
I think we can do it better.
This is download button of the original law. So we
Yeah,
can
but this is what user typed, right? So you don't see what really was going on the server. So you only see what user is typing.
Yes.
You don't see what's going on the server at the same time.
This is protocol capturing itself. So this is
Yes.
strictly original law.
I understand, but you're capturing the keystrokes, right, in SSH?
Yeah.
Yes, but you're not.
This is including escape sequence and more.
Doesn't matter. If I curl something from an external source, I'm downloading something from a web page, and I'm piping that into a subshell, for example. You don't see anything.
I just download the file, click start, like launch the file. This file, you don't see on the screen what's going
The
on.
file says everything is okay.
Yes. And then server is compromised basically. But on your log, you will only see three commands: download the file, change permissions on the file, launch the file.
Yeah.
So if you show it to the court and say, oh, this is how the hacker did it, or like system administrator did it, then if I were a judge, I would say go home. You know, so I'm asking how your logs are forensically significant. And this is a big problem, actually, big question, because other forensic companies that collect other types of logs, like kernel logs, you know, like syscall logs, and like all low-level logs that kernel produces, not the user produces, you know. Even in this case, they're having trouble to prove that actually this was caused by the user actions, because like kernel might just went crazy and download some virus, right, or like download some malicious program. Or it was the user who typed some commands that made the kernel of the operating system do something, you know, like fetch some file or something. So to link these two things, it requires an enormous effort in the court to prove that it was actually true. And most of the cases, judge wouldn't actually rely on this opinion. They just rely on the opinion of an external expert they hire. So for this case, if I were an expert and some judge comes to me and says, oh, these guys use Fusion Forensics, could you please provide your expert opinion on what he did? I would say, well, no, I can't.
So you mean that we need all the equipment log, for example, user log into the server and re-log into another server?
Yeah, you need all logs possible. So like everything you can collect, you need to gather in one place, and then you have to link it somehow and actually train a whole set of experts, like 100 people.
But you would need to do more. You need to do stuff like, this process gets executed. I'm going to capture like what file descriptors it's using.
Exactly.
I'm
Well,
going to capture what ports it's going to use to send and receive data. And I'm going to capture the network and then correlate the two.
And then you have to train experts who would provide their expert opinion to judges based on the information you get.
But it actually gets it gets worse. So if you go into the cloud and you have this jump box that is recording all the keystrokes, if they jump to another server and that server has an internet connection out, then you can tunnel
out through SSH again, and you don't know what's actually happening through that tunnel.
So we stop the tunnel.
So you block internet access out. Okay, great. Great.
Sorry.
How much is the service?
Please ask the salesperson.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. And are there any other questions? Okay. So we would like to close this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.